Okay. All right, Jane, you can go ahead and kick it off.
Cool. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for spending some time with us tonight. So my friends Morgan and Holly and I will be chatting with you about the company story, the products, and the opportunity behind the products.
All
And
right, honey, I
interestingly
gotta
enough,
turn this.
Interestingly enough, we're all in the healthcare industry, so I hope you enjoy our different perspectives tonight. But my name is Jane. I'm a wife and mom of 3 boys, and I'm a pediatric occupational therapist here in Loveland, Colorado. And I had zero experience with cannabis until I tried CBD for the first time 1 year ago. And I can assure you, I never could have imagined that I would be talking about it to a group like this ever. I was definitely one of those that thought that CBD was marijuana. And I had a huge bias. I mean, I didn't want to touch that stigma with a 10-foot pole. And I know a lot of people are confused by the two. So, CBD stands for cannabidiol, and it's an incredible compound, and it's found in the cannabis plant. So if you think about cannabis as the umbrella category, there are two totally separate plants underneath that category. We have marijuana and we have hemp. So in marijuana, there are high levels of THC, which is the psychoactive compound, and there are low levels of CBD. Whereas with hemp, there are high levels of CBD and low levels of THC. And the THC that is present in CBD cannot produce any sort of high. It doesn't have any psychoactive effects. And CBD should not make you high or unable to function. And if yours does, then it's not CBD. So another way to think about it is if marijuana were wine, hemp would be like the grape juice. They're both from grapes, but when they're consumed, they have very different effects on the body, right? So we also can commonly think about it like marijuana gives you the feels, but CBD gives you the heals. And so what happened with me is that I was not sleeping in the postpartum period with my youngest son, even when he was sleeping. And so I tried CBD as a last resort. And not only did I heal my sleep problems, I healed the underlying anxiety that I've struggled with my entire life. And that is what made me a true believer. So our company is actually family owned, and it was born out of a mother's love, which of course resonates with me. But Meredith Cook first heard about CBD when she became a new mom. She was in the postpartum period. She was not herself, and she was frankly just having a hard time getting up out of bed in the morning. And it was her brother that introduced her to CBD. And she very quickly felt the fog lift, and she was seeing benefits in herself. And so then as time went on, she went on a hunt for a quality CBD that she felt comfortable to give to her own boys for some of the things that they were struggling with. And she quickly realized that there was nothing on the market that she could trust. And this industry is unregulated. And this part resonates with me a lot too, that Meredith wanted ingredients that met her high standards for safety, quality, and efficacy. And so that is when she and her husband Sterling linked arms with some 6th-generation organic farmers, and the rest is history. So there are a few things that set us apart in the CBD industry. The biggest thing to know is that we do have the highest standards for quality and safety. We have a commitment to being a trusted name in the CBD industry because over 80% of the CBD on the market today that's in the US is actually grown in China. And they use hemp there to clean the air. It's a detoxifier. So it can contain heavy metals, contaminants, and it most likely doesn't contain very much CBD at all. And so what companies are doing is that they're white labeling, which means they're buying low cost bulk CBD with no regard to the quality. And that's just to capitalize on the booming CBD industry, right? So remember, I told you the industry is unregulated. And that's also something that Green Compass is looking to change by advocating at the legislative level, which I think is pretty cool. So our farmers are part of our corporate team. which is located in North Carolina, which is pretty sweet. They have obtained one of the first licenses in the North Carolina hemp pilot program, and they've spent years cultivating a mother hemp plant to make a quality CBD. So we have the U.S. Hemp Authority seal of approval, and we have certified USDA organic farms. And the last thing that I'll tell you about is that we're all completely vertically integrated, which means farm to family, nobody else touches it. We plant it, we grow it, we harvest it, we extract it, we bottle it, we package it, and we ship it. So it goes straight from the farmers to the consumers. And so that's going to do it for me. Morgan's going to chat with you all about how CBD works in the body and a few of our products.
All right. Thank you, lady. I always love your passion. I feel like I can feel it through the computer. So, my name is Morgan Hooper. I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina, originally from Illinois, Midwest gal. And what brought me here was I was a travel nurse. So I am a wife, I am a mom of 4, and officially, as of last March, a retired nurse, thanks to Hemp Wellness. So kind of my story, how I found CBD and how I found Green Compass. I had a major surgery almost 3 years ago now, that I was supposed to have a 6 to 8 week recovery and not go back to work during that time frame. Well, just being who I am and being a nurse, you know, you can't be out of work that long. So I, of course, thought, yep, I'm going to take 2 weeks off. I'll be right back. Well, that was not happening at all. I was in a lot of pain. One of the biggest things that I did not realize was going to come with as much pain as I was in was my nerves from head to toe, mentally, physically, all of it. I always hate to say this, but I literally was struggling hearing any of my family members' voices in the house because I was on edge. So I know there's probably a lot of you on here that have been struggling with pain and can relate to that feeling. So at the 2 week mark, I had to go to my doctor and say, I can't keep taking pharmaceuticals. I can't keep taking this stuff because I have to go back and be in my job and not be altered in any way, shape, or form. So I started researching CBD. And as I was researching it, realized that there was a lot more to it than me just going online and buying a bottle. So ended up finding that Green Compass was the gold standard. I actually was looking at 2 different companies when I decided to do this. And while I was looking into it, obviously being a science junkie as a nurse, this blew my mind. That we had an endocannabinoid system. So after looking at 2 different companies, Green Compass, honestly, I could tell set the standard. I loved the vision. I loved the mission, all of the things. So I decided that they cast the vision for me, honestly, that this was going somewhere and potentially I could still help people, but maybe step away from my nursing career and focus on other things. So I jumped in and absolutely loved the products. I take them every single day. My entire family takes them. My kids take them, all the above. So let's talk about the science, okay? Because that was what truly interested me so much. So if we have any medical people on here, you were probably somebody who was never taught about the endocannabinoid system. It was not in your books and you'd never heard of it. So hearing about it was absolutely mind-blowing to me. And of course, I wanted to know more and more and more. I would listen to tons of podcasts and all the things. So Jane mentioned to you what hemp is in comparison to marijuana. Okay. So, you've got the high levels of CBD in it. So how does the CBD actually work in your body? All right. It works with the endocannabinoid system. We say ECS for short because it is a very long term. All right. So I'm going to explain to you 3 different ways that the endocannabinoid system works in your body. Okay. So first, think of your body as a parking lot. All right. So you have cars, say 3 cars parked in a row. You've got 2 empty, another couple, right? Well, what happens is when you ingest CBD in your body, pretend that you have a car and you're driving to find the parking spot. You go in, you fill that spot in, and now your parking lot is full. All right. it is back to homeostasis. Your body's back to balance. All right. Another way to look at it, this is probably one of my favorites, honestly, is a Christmas tree. All right. So it is absolutely horrible to put all of your Christmas tree lights up and then half the strands don't light up, right? So when you take CBD into your body, what is it going to do? It is going to, just like with the Christmas tree, when you take the little light out and you put a new light in, and all of a sudden your Christmas tree lights back up. Same concept with CBD. When you ingest it, it's going to go to wherever that ailment is in your body, wherever you're struggling, it's going to light it back up, bring it back to balance. Okay. So the third thing that I wanted to kind of show you, this was a visual. I learned this for actually one of our chief medical officers, Dr. Jack, who is on board with us. He takes a little fruit. He usually does an orange, but I don't have any oranges because my kids ate them all. But this little strawberry, let's just pretend that this is actually a cell in your digestive system. Okay. Say you're struggling. I don't want to claim medical terms or anything, but say you're struggling with like IBS, Crohn's, and you're trying to manage symptoms of those disease processes. All right. So you've got this digestive cell, and on this is your endocannabinoid receptor. Okay. So what happens is, I'm going to open up my jar of jellies here. So what happens is when you actually ingest the CBD, it is going to go and it is going to connect directly to that receptor. And it's going to bring that cell back to homeostasis. And in turn, in hope, bringing that system back to balance and maybe helping you with some of those systems that are symptoms that you might be feeling with your disease process. Okay. So I hope that is some good explanations of the endocannabinoid system. We have tons of products, you guys. We are super innovative. And that was one thing that was so important to me when I came to this company. I just didn't want it to be about CBD. I wanted to make sure that hemp could go in a lot of other things. And they have completely proven that. But I'm going to talk about our three really most important products. Okay. So we have our oils. This is, if you go to any CBD company, this is the bread and butter of CBD. So you've got a CBD oil, which there's three different kinds actually. You have full spectrum, which is the entire hemp plant with all the terpenes, all the good stuff, all the extra cannabinoids, and it has the legal amount of THC in it. All right. So if you are okay with taking the illegal amount of THC, this is what you want, is a full spectrum. Okay. We also have broad spectrum. So you're going to get the entire benefit of the hemp plant, but with the THC extracted from it. So if you're worried about the THC, that's a good option for you. The third one is isolate. We have a CBD isolate, which is literally just that. It is isolated the CBD from the hemp plant. Now, with our oils, we have an amazing carrier oil, and I can tell you the absorption is absolutely amazing. The difference between other companies when I've put it under my tongue and how quickly it absorbs in comparison is really, really good. We have a lot of flavors to use or that you can try, cinnamon, things like that. So on the oils, we also have a QR code. So we are completely transparent, third-party lab testing. And so you are going to see exactly what is in all of our products, which is very, very important when you're shopping for CBD. Okay, these are absolutely my favorite. They are our full spectrum jellies. We do have jellies, and we have them broad spectrum and we have them full spectrum. Okay, so what really sets our jellies apart, why we don't call them gummies and we call them jellies. Okay. So the reason is because we have nano sized the CBD within the jelly. All right. And this is so when you digest it, you are not losing all of the good stuff. They are water soluble. This is to match your own body's chemistry. So when you are digesting them, you're not losing all of the good stuff. All right. So you're actually getting about a 95% absorption rate. And what's great about our products is most of the time you're able to dose lower because other brands, you have to dose so high to actually get it to absorb in your gut and get the effects the desired effects that you're looking for. So we absolutely have the nanotechnology that allows you to nanosize the CBD, and you get more by taking them. We have different flavors. We have elderberry, we have limoncello, and then we have the raspberry citrus, which is absolutely my favorite. Last but not least, I wanted to talk to you guys about our FDA approved topical pain cream. This is amazing. This is icy hot on steroids. This is actually what gets a lot of people into our company, is because they love this. Sometimes people are a little bit, they want to stick their toe in and they don't want to try CBD, but they're willing to put it on their skin. Okay. I always tell everybody, if you can work from the inside out by taking CBD, but also working from the outside in, this is what's really good, because this is your quick pain relief, 4 to 6 hours type. But these are our 3 top bestsellers. All right. This is where you would want to start. We have tons of other stuff I would love to talk about, but I would be on here for another 20 minutes. So whoever invited you here, make sure that you talk to them. But I am going to kick it over to Holly, and she is going to tell you a little bit about herself and finish up.
Thank you, Morgan. My name is Holly. I am in Central Illinois. We have had nothing but rain here for the past week, it seems like. Rain, snow, ice, cold, 50 degrees, 24 below, literally in the last week. I just want to thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. A little bit of background on me. I am a busy mom. I have 4 boys, 2 of which are out of the house now, but I still have 2 at home and a new grandbaby coming in May. I work full time. I am a medical laboratory scientist. I'm also in a full-time accelerated BSN program. So when I say I'm busy, I'm busy. My backstory with Green Compass, I jumped in with both feet back in July. I had never tried a sample, but I wanted the product, and I enrolled with a kit, and I swore to my upline. I said, do not put me in any groups. Don't put me in any text messages. I just want the product. 2 months later, I was sitting at the top 1% of the company speaking on a corporate call. If you would have told me that this was all happening, I would have told you that you were crazy. I fell in love with the product. I fell in love with the company, all of the people, all the leaders, everything here is incredible. And I knew that I could not sit on these products and not share. So a month in, I made a Facebook video, I shared my story, and here we are. So we've heard about how CBD works with our bodies. We've heard about the incredible products. So I'm going to talk about the business opportunity. The founder's original plan 5 years ago was to sell to medical practices, to pharmacies, to therapists, but then the word of mouth started to roll. Friends and family started to contact Meredith and Sterling, and the referrals started to pour in. So they decided to dream just a little bit bigger. Why not utilize the power of word of mouth and enter the world of social selling? Our product does not belong on a shelf next to X, Y, and Z. We have an incredible story, and we have incredible testimonies to share, and people like you and me get to be that trusted resource for everybody else. And so our founders linked arms with all of the right people, and they went all in. And thank goodness for all of us that they did. This company is just turning 5 years old next week. We are still ground floor level. Our initial goal in year 1 was $300,000, and we hit 11.5 million. We doubled that in year 2. We currently have 12% of the market share in the industry. We are a 0 debt company, which is incredible. And we have an A+ rating in the Better Business Bureau. And we also have one of the most lucrative compensations plans in the industry. All of that leads me to the opportunity behind this product. I just want to highlight why this could be a smart move for you, like it was for us. There are three main things that you really want to consider when you're looking at direct sales: the product, the compensation plan, and the leadership. This is the direct sales trifecta. Number 1, is this a product that people will use? Absolutely. This product is for everyone, literally. My dogs and my cat even get Green Compass CBD. Men, women, kids, pets, We have something for everybody. CBD is truly helping people live and feel better. CBD is everywhere. People don't know where to get a brand that they can trust, and that's exactly where we come in. Green Compass leads with integrity and quality. Number 2, the compensation plan. To be honest, this is not something that I was looking at when I joined. I had no idea what any of it meant, nor did I really care at the time, because I wasn't planning on sharing the products. I wasn't concerned what I would make with this because I didn't have any intention of ever leaving my full-time career. But you know what? If I wanted to, I totally could. And to me, that is mind-blowing. I'm not going to lie, the compensation plan has been incredible for me and my family. Something that I find amazing here is that we have people from all walks of life. We have stay-at-home parents, we have teachers, we have doctors, we have therapists from every occupation, we have teachers, business owners, literally everybody, and they're all finding success. I have had, before Green Compass, I had 0 days, 0 time in direct sales. I had never even tried a sample when I ordered my kit. I shared my story, and within 2 months, I was sitting at the top 1% of the company. We have a consumable product. Means your clients will use and they will want to reorder, and each time they do, you make commission. Our company has a 73% retention rate on reorders, and that's incredible. Each time you make a sale, you make money. If you decide to have a few friends join you and they make a sale, they make money and you make money. Each time a transaction is made, you make money. It really is a snowball effect. And you can plug into the compensation plan as much or as little as you want. The third thing that you want to look at when you're looking at a company is leadership. Whether that's in direct sales or in any other business, you're going to look at the leadership that you're going into. This is something from the very, very beginning that has stood out to me with Green Compass. Like I said, I was clueless about direct sales. Literally, I had no idea what any of this meant. I didn't know what to do. From the very beginning, my direct upline all the way up to Meredith, and I have had conversations with her, we have amazing, amazing leadership here. Our corporate team is full of professionals who have been in the agricultural and direct sales for years. They lead with integrity, and that's why our industry leaders have looked to us to set the standards. We are doing this the right way. Our corporate team also gives us everything we need to be successful, whether it's new product innovations, trainings, resources. You will never be alone in this business. So now what? You've heard the products, you know how it works, you've heard the compensation plan. Now what do you do? If you decide that this is something that you want to be a part of, and I have to say we're pretty amazing here, it's a very simple process. You enroll with a business kit and your website is live the minute you click join. Corporate does all of the heavy lifting. There's no stocking, no shipping product. You get access to a billion-dollar industry for the price of going to Sam's or Costco. Your goals are your goals. If you want daycare money, or you want to buy some more shoes, you want to take a trip with your family, if you have big goals and you want to replace that 9-to-5 income, this is the opportunity for that. You will get out of it what you put into it. The stars have truly aligned, and Green Compass is helping so many people with their health and their financial needs. So that is all I have. And we want to thank you for joining us. Please, if whoever invited you here, whichever advocate invited you, get back to them with any questions. We love all the questions, and we just want to invite you all to join us. Thank you guys, and have a great night.
Thank you.